Welcome back to Warriors News Fan Report, where every dribble and dunk becomes must-see TV for Dub Nation. Before we tip off today's discussion, don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe to Warriors News Fan Report so you never miss an insider update on your favorite team. Today, we've got whispers swirling around the league that could shake the NBA landscape to its core. Imagine a hidden piece from a rival championship squad packing its bags and heading west, ready to don the royal blue and gold. But who is this mystery mover, and how might their arrival rewrite the Warriors' title narrative? Stick around as we peel back the layers of this brewing drama. Let's set the scene. The playoffs have deepened, and against all odds, neither of the conference favorites has punched a finals ticket yet. Both Golden State and Boston entered with genuine aspirations of returning to, or claiming, basketball's ultimate stage. Yet here we are, conference finals underway, and neither franchise has seized the moment. That sense of unfinished business is palpable in the Bay Area. Every Golden State fan knows that complacency is the enemy of repeat championships. But here's where things get intriguing. As Boston braces for possible roster shakeups to manage their luxury tax burden, insiders suggest the Warriors are taking careful aim at one of the Celtics' most versatile contributors. We're not talking about the usual superstars who command headlines and max deals. Instead, this is about the sneaky, two-way dynamo whose impact doesn't always show up in highlight reels, but whose absence would leave a gaping hole in any championship-caliber locker room. Could this be the exact secret? Weapon Golden State needs to shore up backcourt depth and defensive flexibility? Think about it. A player who can lock down the opponent's best perimeter threat on one possession and then slip into a spot-up role or handle secondary playmaking duties on the next. What if I told you that the very skill set the Warriors covet might be found in someone wearing Celtics green today? Here's what we know for sure. The Celtics are staring down a bloated payroll for next season, thanks in no small part to a blockbuster contract extension inked just a year ago. That deal guaranteed several years of service, which on the surface looked like a boon for Boston's sustained success. But now, as they weigh luxury tax implications, that very commitment might force their hand toward a drastic decision, moving a rising veteran rather than some of their more established marquee names. Now, you might ask, why would Boston part with this particular contributor before trading Drew Holiday or even that 7-foot stretch big man who's become just as critical in late-game situations? The answer likely lies in a combination of contract structure, age profile, and relative market appeal. This player's extension runs just long enough to ensure value in a trade, but isn't so long-term or costly that rival teams balk at the price. And savvy front offices, including ours in Golden State, recognize that balance as the sweet spot for mid-level plus trade assets. In recent weeks, reports from the Ringer's own Warriors beat writer have hinted that Golden State's brass has quietly flagged this player on their off-season wish list. Could this insider intel be more than mere speculation? Is it possible that the Warriors, after studying tape of Boston's finals loss last year, concluded that a versatile swingman with championship experience is the missing ingredient to outmaneuver the West's elite? Let's break down the hypothetical trade scenario that's been circulating. Package a combination of promising young wings and a protected first-round pick, perhaps including one of our sharpshooting role players who has shown flashes but hasn't quite locked down a rotation spot. In return, give Boston a player who boosts their financial flexibility while still adding shooting and perimeter defense. It's a deal that serves both sides. Boston sheds salary, and Golden State gains the type of two-way playmaker that thrives in high-stakes playoff environments. Could such a move accelerate Golden State's title window rather than risking another season of almost? We've all felt the pain of historic comebacks and crushing buzzer beaters, but imagine having a reliable Swiss Army knife on the roster, someone who can guard multiple positions and slot into Steve Kerr's motion offense without missing a beat. It's the kind of chess move that doesn't make headlines until after it's completed, but insiders whisper about it long before the ink is dry. Now, let's talk timing. The Celtics must navigate the NBA's salary cap morass before July's free agent bonanza and the draft. If they're serious about avoiding punitive tax penalties, they'll need to move salary by June's trade deadline or risk being handcuffed in free agency. That creates a window of opportunity for Golden State to pounce. And if this trade rumor is indeed rooted in fact, the Warriors' front office could be dialing up Boston's GM any day now, using every leverage point, from past playoff head-to-head performances to shared championship pedigree, to get the deal done. But what might this player's presence mean for current Warriors rotations? Could Draymond's do-it-all versatility pair even more dynamically with a defensive-minded guard? How would this impact backcourt roles alongside our franchise cornerstone? We'll dive deeper into on-court fit, statistical breakdowns, and lineup permutations in Part 2, so stay tuned. For now, imagine the excitement of Dub Nation if these rumors prove true. A stealth upgrade that doesn't rob the bank but delivers. High-impact performance when it matters most. Golden State's championship DNA is built on more than just splashy scoring. It's about assembling the right collection of complementary players who buy into a team-first mentality. If this mystery piece truly is headed our way, it could mark the start of a new dynasty era. In our next segment, we'll reveal the name that's on everyone's lips, dissect exactly how this player's skill set matches Golden State's needs, and explore all the ripple effects on the roster and salary cap. Plus, we'll speculate on potential trade packages, insider reactions, and what this means for the broader title race. You won't want to miss it. Because when the dust settles, it might turn out that this gamble is the bravest move the Warriors have made since their last championship run. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell. So you're the first to know when Dub Nation scores another blockbuster update. Now, let's dive headfirst into the moment you've all been waiting for. The name at the center of these swirling trade rumors is none other than Derrick White. Yes, that's right, Boston's multi-tool guard who quietly carved his way into. Championship lore could soon be patrolling the Bay Area hardwood. Imagine the buzz in the locker room when Steve Kerr breaks the news. Gentlemen, we've just added a player who's been a defensive nightmare for opponents and a smooth secondary. Creator on the fly. White's journey from a late-draft Cinderella story to a 4-year, $118 million extension may have left some of us blinking, but now that contract represents pure trade gold. His deal kicks in for the 2025-26 season, and because it's neither top-heavy nor lingering into an age-related decline phase, rival front offices see it as balanced and fair. Golden State fans know all too well how patchwork lineups can unravel in the playoffs, which is why Derrick's ability to guard positions 1 through 4 is such a prized asset. Picture him matching up on LeBron James-type wings one possession, then slipping into a catch-and-shoot spot next, all while communicating defensive rotations with Draymond Green's vocal intensity. On offense, White's impact goes beyond the box score. Sure, he can hit a clutch 3 in rhythm or navigate screens with that crafty crossover, but his real value shines in how he flows through motion sets. He reads help defense, makes the extra pass, and rarely forces a bad shot. Golden State's offense has long thrived on spacing and opportunistic cuts. Adding Derrick means fewer possessions where defenses can sag off and dare lesser threats to make plays. And when the game tightens up, his calm under pressure, evidenced in Boston's title run, could keep the Warriors humming when defenses clamp down. Now, let's unpack the rumored trade package. Sources suggest the Celtics want a first round, pick plus 2 young wings, one with sharpshooting potential and another still finding his footing in the rotation. In practical terms, that could be a deal involving Moses Moody and Jonathan Kuminga, or perhaps Jonathan's fellow wing plus a late lottery pick. Golden State's asset collection makes sense. Current youth with upside, a draft asset, and little. Long-term dead money. Boston gains financial relief and a future investment, while the Warriors shore up a hole that's haunted them whenever their depth unit struggled in postseason runs. Think about how this changes rotations. Cleveland's. Evan Mobley won't have an easy time escaping White's on-ball pressure. Minnesota's Anthony Edwards might see more off-ball denial and less space to exploit. In crunch time, Derrick could slide into a mini backcourt alongside Steph Curry, relieving some of the defensive burden on Chris Paul or Klay Thompson. And when head coach Kerr wants to juggle lineups, Derrick's versatility allows him to experiment with small ball lineups that still boast stout perimeter defense. It's the kind of chess piece that doesn't need big stat lines every night to justify its presence. It just needs to win critical possessions and keep the engine running. Of course, no blockbuster rumor is complete without considering the human factor. Derrick White has spoken openly about embracing new challenges and meshing with winning cultures. If this deal goes through, you can bet your last splashboard that he'll arrive in Golden State with a chip on his shoulder, eager to prove that he can thrive beyond Boston and help usher in a fresh era of Warriors success. And for the core of Curry, Green, and Thompson, adding a teammate with that championship mindset only amplifies the locker room's competitive fire. But what about potential drawbacks? Some might worry that dangling Moody or Kuminga weakens the organization's long-term depth, especially if either blossoms into a future star. It's always a balancing act. Do you trade promising youngsters for a known veteran? The Warriors have navigated that tightrope before, and the measure of this move will depend on whether Derrick White's immediate contributions outweigh the developmental trajectories of those assets. It's a debate that will rage on Twitter and fan forums until the trade is either sealed or officially denied. Looking ahead, this acquisition could reshape Golden State's offseason strategy. With White on board, they might deprioritize other guard targets and focus on role players to complement the new backcourt duo. It could free up cap space to chase a sharpshooting wing or a stretch big, ensuring that the rotation remains balanced. And if Curry and White develop that on-court telepathy we saw between Curry and Kevin Durant, the Warriors' transition game could become virtually unstoppable. Transition threes raining down whenever a turnover sparks a White to Curry break. Now, picture opening night. Oracle Arena erupts as Derrick White sprints down court, high fives flying, and the scoreboard flashes his name in royal blue and gold. The crowd roars not just for the return of legendary veterans, but for the arrival of a new catalyst whose blend of defense, playmaking, and championship know-how feels tailor-made for this team's ethos. That's the vision Golden State is chasing, and it's why Dodgers-style trade rumors have morphed into a very real possibility. So, Warriors fans, here's where you come in. What do you think of this deal? Are you all in on securing Derrick White's services? Or would you rather hold on to our homegrown prospects and roll the dice on development? Could this move be the spark that propels us to 2026 glory, or is the risk too great for the sake of one veteran? Let me know down in the comments because I can't wait to read your thoughts on whether this rumor becomes our next championship chapter. I, for one, am electrified by the prospect. The idea of adding a consummate professional like White, one, who's proven on title night and ready to embrace the Warriors' unique culture, gives me goosebumps. It feels like the perfect blend of savvy front office maneuvering and basketball IQ marrying up to create something magical. If this trade goes through, it won't just be an acquisition. It will be a statement of intent that Dub Nation refuses to stand pat, but instead pursues greatness with relentless ambition. If you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to Warriors News Fan Report, and turn on notifications so you never miss our next rumor breakdown or insider analysis. Thanks for watching, and as always, go Warriors.